We're at Rec Hall on the campus of Penn State University. University Park, Pennsylvania is the location for the NCAA's Northeastern Regionals. And in the next round of competition, we'll see the teams from Missouri. And Penn State, the surprise team so far, Michigan and Iowa State, all in the hunt. The top 2 teams of 6 here will go to the finals in Los Angeles. Lindsey Bruck is a freshman for the University of Virginia, or rather of Michigan. 5 foot 3 inches and up and away on the balance beam.
Lindsey just watched her teammate miss a beam routine, so now the pressure is on. They need to count the next 5 scores.
Michigan currently sitting in 4th place as a team, and only the final 2, or the top 2, will go on to the finals in Los Angeles.
Check out the Miller.
I thought I'd seen that move somewhere before.
I've actually never seen anyone compete that.
Is that right?
This is really cool, yeah.
How flattering. Named after, of course, our esteemed color analyst, Shannon Miller.
I think she did it better than I did.
Well, we'll have to see that one on replay then. Nice crowd you see in the background here at Rec Hall on the campus of Penn State. As Lindsey Bruck.
Nice handspring. 1.5 dismount. Good solid routine to get them back on track.
Well, the ultimate compliment to have a unique move.
Oops, wrong one.
Wrong one, though.
Here we go. Back handspring, quarter turn.
How about that?
With a half turn to handstand.
Maybe she found out you were up here in the booth and incorporated it into the routine. You think? There she is. The grand champion. It's a little hot up here, by the way. You caught us unawares. And the competition starting to heat up as well as we come down to the final rotations tonight. And are you surprised at the team development so far, Shannon?
I actually am very surprised. I'm excited to see Penn State up there in the rankings. It's always nice to have the teams kind of shuffle around.
But there's a good look at what it's all about as well, and the individual achievement. And the Missouri competitor very pleased. And there's the Penn State team, and they are the surprise of the meet so far. They came in here as the 4th of the 6 teams in terms of rankings or seeding, but right now they sit in 2nd place, which would send them to the Nationals in Los Angeles.
That would be amazing. That would be great for Penn State to get a chance to go to Nationals.
And you look up here in the rafters in front of us, and you see some of their teams that have been champions before, but mostly in the 70s. Now for the University of Michigan, the Wolverines. Becca Clauson. Our first look at Becca.
Setting up for this series. Again, every single one of these scores needs to count. Handspring, layout, step out, layout, step out.
Safe to say this is the one exercise most fraught with the potential for failure, for mistakes?
For most athletes, yeah. The beam is kind of the most feared event. Kind of like to get it out of the way. I think as a gymnast, I always liked it kind of in the middle. I didn't want to start with it. I didn't want to end with it. I just want it buried in the middle somewhere. Get
loose first.
Yeah.
Get the yips out, and then take your crack at it. We've seen excellent work on the beam tonight.
They really, it shows how much they're working on balance beam. I have a feeling they're spending lots of time on this event, and it shows.
Becca Clauson about to wrap up her routine for the University of Michigan.
This is a look at her series. She's going to add an extra layout. 1 layout step out, 2 layout step outs. Doesn't matter, she's still right on the beam.
Powell is going to put a little hip into her routine on a floor exercise for Iowa State.
This is such a great crowd routine. She really gets into it.
And again, you hear the roar in the background from the partisan Penn State crowd here as the Nittany Lion ladies go through their routine on the bars. We'll show that to you in a moment. Right now, we're watching the Cyclones.
With a double tuck. 2 beautiful tumbling passes so far. And it always gets a little bit more exciting towards the last 2 events, especially at this kind of competition where a couple of the teams are going to be sitting out waiting to see what happens at the end.
And Iowa State is kind of on the bubble, one of the co-favorites to take one of the top spots here and move on to Los Angeles. To make it look like you're having a ball when you know everything's on the line.
Absolutely, and I think Iowa State may have felt like they were a shoo-in. They were second coming into tonight, but now they're really going to have to work for it.
Pretty series there, and a nice finish. Great performer. Iowa State's Laura K. Powell. She has the whole package.
She really does. She's got the powerful tumbling, the beautiful choreography and presentation.
Look at this finish.
Whip half, front layout full.
And now the Penn State University team. This has been the surprising story of the meet. The hometown Lady Lions. Michelle Ilg is up, and the 5-foot sophomore on the parallel bars, or the uneven parallel bars.
Beautiful release move to a pack salto down to the low bar.
A lot of hometown support. And you'll hear it here.
There's a dismount, double layout, nails the landing.
Michelle Ilg of the Lady Lions. Here's Lorena Johnson from Rutgers. A little disappointed in herself on the floor exercise. This is the vault.
Oh, yeah. Layout.
Long stride down the runway. Calli Ryals of Michigan is now on the balance beam. And every routine is critical now to teams like Michigan.
And she is so confident. She's just kind of gotten up there and said, you know what, I own this beam. You can tell just by the way she looks. Nice series there. These girls are hitting full split, 180 degrees on their leaps. Something the judges are definitely looking at. How's that for a little flexibility there?
I just can't imagine. Boy, what great concentration.
Wants to stick this landing, double tuck.
Oh, yeah.
Takes her double tuck.
Oh, yeah. Sigh of relief. And follow that up. Here's Janet Anson, also from Iowa State, the 5'5" freshman who's been spectacular tonight.
This is one of the best 2.5 twist punch runs I've ever seen.
Huh. James Bond motif.
girls are doing some great floor routines. They've got these solid landings, but their presentation is incredible.
Yeah, their choreography is nothing short of spectacular. The Iowa State team.
Between their choreography and their choice of music, you can tell when she makes eye contact. She's either going to make eye contact with a judge or she's going to picture someone there. She's going to make sure that she draws in the crowd.
She's locking you in, yeah. All entertainers can do that.
Beautiful.
Cyclones coming on strong here as we head towards the tail end of the meet and a chance to go to the Nationals in Los Angeles. Right out of the box.
Huge 2.5 twist right to a punch front.
And a minute and a half later, not much drop off.
Doesn't look tired at all.
Let's see if Iowa State can do a hat trick of sorts. We've seen 2 excellent floor exercises back to back. And now in the clean-off row, their last competitor in this exercise. Erin Dethloff takes her turn.
She's got the crowd clapping in the background.
Well, that Iowa State bench over there is about 2 dozen deep on its own.
They know it is on the line, just coming down to the wire.
See the spectators, they're mostly Nittany Lion fans. And there's the team the bench that we were talking about. And if you pan left, you'll see another dozen. Nice contingent from Iowa State.
So great to have your entire team there supporting you, helping you through the floor routine.
Hope that's not one of the judges looking back this way. Gives you a little perspective on what is literally a 4-ring circus at most all times here at any gymnastics meet. Oh boy, straddled that line, but pulled it back in and finishes it up strong and with flair.
They are going to close that gap.
Boy, they really came through in the clutch there. Can't wait to see the totals as we go to the final round in the team competition.
Powerful gymnast, whipped directly to a double pike to open.
This is Stephanie Zick. Our first look at her competing in the individual exercise competition. She's competing here, as you can see, in the parallel bars.
Straddle Jaeger to an overshoot, and she wants to get in there as an individual on this event. It's going to be a little rough with that landing.
And again, another critical moment here. Here's Olympian Elise Ray anchoring the University of Michigan rotation on the balance beam. And look at those scores.
Handspring, layout, step out. Very difficult move, a double turn. Part of the Miller. Part of it.
Almost a Miller.
Almost.
It was a Miller Light.
It's the first part. That's actually called an Emilionchik.
Ah.
Named after another gymnast. see if she can stick this dismount. Painter full. Tiny little move of the feet.
Every point critical for the University of Michigan in the team competition. And in the individual competition, here's Jayne Finst from Brown, who apparently got the memo pre-meet that anything in blue and gold is a good idea for apparel tonight.
Handspring layouts, about layout step out.
How painful is this event literally on the feet?
You know, over time, moves like she just did, a layout, I actually would get cracks in my toes. I actually ended up getting 8 stitches just to keep the skin together.
No kidding.
Yeah, it can be rough on your feet. And some girls you'll notice wear beam shoes.
Stress fractures, that sort of thing is a danger?
Not so much on balance beam with stress fractures, more, you know, skin
tears,
and, stub toes, that sort of thing.
Stub toes, wow, I didn't think of that.
Raspberries. You don't like to slide down the beam. That doesn't feel very good.
I wouldn't think. Jayne Finst flying off the beam to wrap up her routine. One rotation remaining. 2 spots in the Nationals. 6 teams will fight it down to the wire when we come back from Penn State on CNN.